One of the things people are accustomed to doing when working with networked systems, especially since the advent of the web, is sending files or links to each other to share information. But a database is a more complex beast than your average web page. With FileMaker working in multi-user mode, there's not a lot of point to just telling a co-worker to open a particular database, unless you're also going to tell them which layout to navigate to, what find to perform, how to sort the records, which records to navigate to, and so on. Without that information, they're not necessarily going to see the same thing you're seeing. With a small database with only a few records and a handful of layouts, such as the work files I'm using as examples in this series, giving enough instructions to enable someone else to see what you're seeing would not be out of the question. But with a large accumulation of layouts and data, it's a different story. FileMaker provides an easy way to address the problem in the form of what's called a snapshot link. You can create a snapshot link very easily by selecting File, Save Send Records as, Snapshot Link. When you do, FileMaker creates a special file with a .fmpsl file suffix, and you have the option to automatically attach the file to an email message. Snapshot links are essentially a special kind of file that stores not only the address of the host computer and the current database, but also all the other parameters that define the current context, including the current layout, the found set, the sort order, the layout view, the current record, and so on. So to demonstrate this, before creating a snapshot link, I'll choose a layout, let's say the parent layout. I'll perform a find. In this case, I'll ask FileMaker to omit records with a text field entry starting with J. So I have a found set of 3 records. I'll now sort the records in ascending order by text field. And we're on the second record out of 3 in the found set, which happens to be the record for Maida. Now I'll create a snapshot link and simply save the file to the desktop of my computer. I'll call the file maida.fmpsl. You can see that the file has been created over at the right of the screen. Now I'll return to all records, which removes the sort and the found set. I'll navigate to a different record and perhaps flip to a different layout. Having done that, the first thing I want to do is show you right here how useful these snapshot link files can be. Even though I've now removed all of the parameters that defined the context of what I was viewing, if I now open the maida.fmpsl snapshot link file, you can see that I'm provided with a new window that restores in its entirety all aspects of the context of the view from which I saved the snapshot link file. So we're on the same record, in the same found set, with the same sort order, on the same layout, and so on. So all other things aside, a snapshot link is a great way of saving your place, so you can start where you left off at a later time. Of course, you can save any number of snapshot link files and give each of them a descriptive name to remind you what they related to. But the real beauty of a snapshot link is the fact that when you're working with a multi-user solution, you can send a snapshot link to any user who has access to the same hosted database and show them a specific report, summary, or contextual view of the data. For example, I have a remote volume mounted here, which is in fact mapped to the desktop folder of a Windows computer elsewhere on the local network. I'll now copy the snapshot link file to the Windows computer so we can then see how it will work from a different machine on the network. As you can see, the snapshot link file has successfully copied to the desktop of the Windows computer. When I double-click on the snapshot link file, FileMaker Pro is launched. The hosted file is opened, and the layout, found set, sort order, view, and current record are all restored, but this time on a different computer that's in a different part of the building. Interesting stuff. Data sharing over a network with FileMaker gives a certain level of portability to your data and to your solution, but snapshot links extend that capability to make it a straightforward matter to enable someone else to see the same things you're seeing.